everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Brady's Patriots going up against Palmer's Cardinals. And with that, it's off to the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. We will hand it over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. Again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career, but that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
They go play action here on first down. And, oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a pickup of 19, and it gives the Pats a first down. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
Fresh set of downs here. On first and 10, here's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. There wasn't a lot for Cardinal fans to be happy about in that game against Buffalo in Week 3, but Johnson did have 19 carries, 83 yards, and 2 scores.
He continues to evolve and get better as not just a runner, but as a receiver and the focal point of the Arizona Cardinals offense. He can do it all, but it's hard to do when you're down big on the road, and Buffalo really prevented him from making a big comeback and also ended up sacking Carson Palmer 5 times as Arizona tried to get back into the game.
Well, partner, this New England defense was dominant in Week 3. The Texans, they shut them out. That's the first time that Houston's been shut out since 2003.
In a lot of ways, what New England's doing in 2016 reminds me of Miami back in the early 1970s. Remember, that defense didn't even have a nickname, so they turned it into a nickname for them. And this group, we don't really say a whole lot. Different names may pop up, but it's how they play as a collective unit. I do look at Dante Hightower, though, and see that big physical and intelligent presence that he brings to them. But it's 11 guys playing really, really well, and I'd hate to try and move the ball against them.
So here's the 5th-year man out of Georgia, Drew Butler, to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. On the return is Peterson. 51 yards on the punt there. As we start to get a look at this Arizona defense, how about the interception this past week, albeit in a loss that Peterson had?
He's just simply special, isn't he? Look, he's been 5 years in the league, been to the Pro Bowl 5 times, 3 times first-team All-Pro. One of those 5 times he went as a kick returner. There's not much he can't do on the field, and that interception kind of summed it up. Acrobatic, athletic, sensational.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And Blount should be running with some confidence coming off that Week 3 game. He was over 100 yards, scored twice as well.
And he likes being the focal point of things. He doesn't say a whole lot, but he enjoys having the game on his shoulders. I mean, let's face it, him running inside where there is a lot of traffic, he usually cleans it up pretty well just by himself, so does a great job. And did you see him after his 2nd touchdown?
Oh, he posed with a Minuteman.
Yes, it looks like that's becoming kind of a tradition for him, and what a great tradition to establish when you play in New England.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
Gronkowski, slot left. Again, here's Blount. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. Jones on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinals and Carson Palmer looking to bounce back from their Week 3 loss to Buffalo. And in particular, Charles, Palmer wants to bounce back. 4 interceptions on their last 4 drives.
And we know it's a passing league, but if you can't run the ball at all and get some balance, look out. Buffalo prepared, and I think Carson Palmer threw those interceptions in the last 4 possessions, correct? So they're trying to battle back from a big deficit and couldn't quite get there.
And he threw the ball 50 times total, completed 26 of them. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Jerron Brown. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
It seems like whenever people talk about Chris Long, the #1 thing they discuss is his motor and how relentless he is. Let's not forget, he's also a superior athlete.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. There they go, play action with Palmer. He's got time. It's Floyd on the right. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there, and still has it today.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal 3rd-rounder out of Northern Iowa. And I think last year started as a 4th-string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year 1 honor. Remember, can run it. He can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran 1 back for a touchdown in 2015.
Now Palmer. This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Right now, blue 58. Blue 58.
Palmer now to throw on third down. Surveying the field. And this is going to be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Chandler Catanzaro, we know he has some leg at a 60-yarder in Week 3. That's a long for him in his career and the longest kick this year in the NFL.
And it doesn't ease all the pain from missing the field goal that would have won the game in New England the season opener. But 60 yards, that's awfully impressive.
And he also punted. Drew Butler was injured, their normal punter, so he pulled double duty.
Well, you know what they say in the NFL. The more you can do.
The more you can do what?
The longer you can stay in the league.
Yeah, makes sense. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
They slot Gronkowski outright. Shotgun now for Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's got Fuller. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Brady gives now to Blunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now blown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot. But they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They come out here in the eye. They begin the drive with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Dante Hightower on the stop. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen. Usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3. Those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the replacement for Chandler Jones, Chris Long, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down.
Right now, 1-18. 1-18.
On third down, Palmer. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Brady. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run again with Blunt. Oh, the spin. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you, because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now a carry for Blunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd at about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
From the gun, it's Brady. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up second down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing now is Brady, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for someone to throw to. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Brady will try again on second down. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Brady to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Will Fuller, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance. because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Blue 58.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Right here.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Surveying the field. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. You know, it's hard to believe that with Week 4 here, October is already upon us, and bye week's already upon us. Green Bay and Philly get Week 4 off.
And I'm not sure either one of them wants it, but if one does for sure, it'd be Green Bay. Because their last 2 preseason games were on the road, their first 2 regular season games on the road, so maybe that'll help them relax a little bit. Philadelphia, though, they're 3-0 and undefeated. They'd rather keep playing right now. I think most teams would like to have their open week later in the season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, maybe Week 9, Week 10, so you have a lot on the front and a lot on the back, a good break in the middle.
I think you're exactly right. Rest up, heal up, and then get ready for the stretch drive.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Slant route caught by Edelman. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it second down. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now Brady again. Finding time. Fuller brings it in over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Their dangerous wide receiver, 35 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go. 1-18.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals trail at home at halftime. The Patriots have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Patriots with the football early in the first. A spectacular grab will be made here, and he'll be tackled at their own 44-yard line. The drive would wrap up with a quick pick of the defense. Down from inside the 20. Fuller's wide open, able to make the grab, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Patriots go up by 4. Late in the second, the quick pass and completion is made, and this goes 36 yards for the score. Patriots push their lead to 11. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they start the second half with Johnson pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Get ready, blue 58.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down following the run. On second down, Palmer over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy, hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free. I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Fresh set of downs here.
Single, slot. Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. It's Floyd on the right. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Hey, go down. Mirror.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. On 3rd down, Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. This will be caught at about the 5. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come out here in the eye. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. To Johnson again. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gostkowski for the point after. And it's 21-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, it's Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Right now, blue 95.
Again, it's Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to